If you had $1 billion, what would you do? You get $1 billion in cash after taxes. You go to your bank tomorrow morning, you look in there, you put your card in there. There's $1 billion in your bank account. You're like, Jesus Christ, this is for real. There's $1 billion in here. What do you do? Start with you, Marcus ENTP. Number 6, we'll come back to Marcus. Marcus would fuck around.
Okay.
That's not very specific, Marcus.
I would, let's see, start a Pink Flamingo lawn decor factory. Because everyone loves pink flamingos.
You're
and that's
still
the
going to
future.
have a lot of dollars left unless you buy the most fanciest
Every
flamingo
pink
factory
flamingo
ever.
in the world.
You want to own them all?
Yes,
Where would you put them?
collect them all. I would buy places to store them, obviously.
Okay, but see, here's the problem I see with that plan of yours. Now, if I'm a smart businessman, I'm going to wait until you buy all those pink flamingos. I'm going to start cranking them out and selling them at an inflated price. You don't have all of them anymore. I started making a bunch more. So that's the risk.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I would have to make my own, which is where the factory comes into play.
Host Zachary, we're asking, what would you do if you had $1 billion? You wake up tomorrow morning and your bank account there is $1 billion, and oh, you can't be heard. That's fine. You got it because you were walking down the street one day and you saw an envelope.
Buy a house. Buy a house.
Your house? Oh, you're gonna buy a house. Oh, I see. I was just saying, you were walking down the street one day and you saw a large envelope and you looked inside and there was $1 billion in there. So you're like, fuck yeah, and you put it in the bank.
Is there like a $1, like it's one bill? It's
It's
$1
a
billion.
big envelope. It's like this. It's like a big fucking envelope.
Is it a novelty check?
No, it's full of hundreds.
No, what's in the envelope is a key and coordinates to a garage with all the money in it.
No, it's an envelope the size of like a
It's a
desk,
goddamn envelope.
Right? The envelope the size of a desk, and it's filled with $100 bills. Now, Bob, who had the $1 billion originally, was walking down the street and tried to put it in his pocket, but he didn't push it all the way in because it was so much bigger than his pocket. So it fell out on the ground, and lucky you walk by and there it is, an envelope with $1 billion worth of $100 bills in it. And you tell me you're going to buy a house. Are you going to buy a house in Kentucky right near where you live? Are you going to go to New York City and buy a condo? Are you going to move to Paris, France and buy some quiche or what?
I'd probably look around first. That's the first objective.
Wrong answer! You're moving to LA! Sorry.
That's a good point. I don't know though. If I want to live in a fucking city,
It's hot, dude. It's hot in LA.
Yeah.
ugh,
You don't want to live in Louisville?
Louisville.
Louisville.
I don't know. Probably. I think I would probably find some like as isolated as. Well, if you had $1 billion, you could probably buy some land too. So just probably buy like a isolated place.
Buy as much
Have
swamp
an
as you
old
can
Kentucky
buy.
home.
I want to buy a bunch of swamp. Okay, I want to buy a swamp, and I want to build a house in the middle of the swamp, and then I'm gonna have special challenge Talking with Famous People episodes, where I put people in the house and they have to find their way out of the swamp, like shit like that. You know? I have like swamp games, and then that's one thing I do with my $1 billion. Another thing I do with my $1 billion, I buy a mountain.
Run for president.
Well, I definitely run for president. I'm gonna run for president even without my $1 billion. But I'd buy a mountain, and I'd hollow out the inside of it and make a secret lair of some sort.
That'd be pretty badass.
You need a secret lair.
Like some fucking what's the name? Like some Osama bin Laden shit.
Well, it's a lot like a dryer or a washing machine.
You'd have a bat cave?
But listen, before you have one, you don't realize how badly you need one. And then once you have it, you can't go back to a non-layer life. because a lair provides you it provides you both coziness and capacity to engage in high-level villainy.
That's true.
I would buy myself a house, fix my family up completely and my friends. Then I would invest half of it, and then I would take the rest and go around the world finding organizations that were doing like really good work. Like I'd really look into them, find stuff that I really liked and really believed in, and give them a shit ton of the money and say, keep doing your shit. And I'd also buy an island and have a bunch of scientists on it, like trying all these crazy, like self-sustainable, like projects and just building shit differently, and like just so it'd be like an experiment island, so I could bring it back to the mainland and it fucking help humanity.
Sounds good,
Yeah.
Dr. Moreau.
You can't just spend $1 billion. That's retarded. You gotta invest some. You gotta invest in something.
Would you leave any of it behind for your kids? Assuming you have any.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah, like I said, my family, friends, everybody would be set up for life.
Would you tell someone as soon as you got it? Who would you tell, and or
Oh,
would you?
no. It would be, first thing I would do is find one of the best financial advisors in the country and start there. To make them sure the money was safe. And if I'm being really realistic, you can't just get that much money and then like keep it in a bank account, or like it doesn't work like that. I read the other day some dude, I don't remember who it is now, but like there's one guy that owns one of the Hawaiian islands, and he's like, all the people that live on the island work for him, and they have like the whole island is self-sustained, like farms, and like it's really cool. Look at that.
Is it Hawaii?
Yeah, one of the Hawaiian islands, like the chain of islands, he owns one of them, like the entire island. Some business dude here in the U.S., but I forget which company he's like CEO of. It's some really big company. If I remember the name, you would know. You would know it.
Oracle?
I mean, I don't know how he did it, but he definitely owns a Hawaiian island. He owns one of them. I think he's owned it for like a really long time. Like, I'm sure it'd be a lot harder to do that today, these days.
What's up, Mega? Is Eric recording us right now?
Yeah, he is. Eric, I think we finished the $1 billion. Oh, you can't hear me.
I feel like maybe I should have been covering that dead air. Oh well.
Is that a joke?
I think we finished the $1 billion thing.
Okay, cool. I had
Let's-
to wrestle with my dog a little bit. Thanks for watching Talking Fence, people.